Well, the players make their way out onto Charles Sports Ground this afternoon as the dulcet town of Michael Jackson want to be starting something. Well, the Bulls don't want to be starting something today. They want to be getting a point which would guarantee them their place in the playoffs. They can't really afford to lose the last two games, but if they did, and there would need to be a huge goal swing the other way for Faversham. Con, the hoops of Deal Town. Will the Bulls make a meal of Deal, or will it be a deal that the Bulls will take away with a point and a playoff place certain? Well, final preparations here. The sun is out. The home side just doing their final handshakes with officials from the clubs. A decent side they are, Deal Town. They're in 8th position. They're looking to finish as high as they can. And they're captained today by Macca Murray, wearing 8. And making his 300th appearance for the club is the left back, Jack Penny. Well, it's a decent day. The pitch looks pretty firm underfoot. We'll see how that plays out. Looks to be pretty flat as well here in Deal. For the Bulls, well, there still is no Campbell, but there is a back pairing we expect today of Kerry and Watling, Curtis and Giles. So James Kerry coming back into the side. A midfield of Trotter and Watson. And of course the front three of Bickley, Dos Santos and Carvalho. And we'll see 4 subs potentially later on. Fraser Barlow, Joe Kilshaw, James Sunley and Francis Lekimamati. So can the Bulls get that single point from this game? And can they go on and maintain their unbeaten record in 2026? Well, in charge this afternoon is Aidan Gillespie, as he calls the captains forward. And a decent crowd already in here to cheer on Deal and to support the Bulls. Some travelling from Jersey, some local as well. And the sun is shining. And coming forward is the skipper for Deal Town, Macca Murray. James Kerry back fit again and looks to be up for today. Simon Rowe Photography in the house. Always comes with lots of equipment and a very long lens. Well, we'll be watching through the lens this afternoon to see what the Bulls can do on the road for the final time of the regular season. It's game 41 of 42. For the Bulls, the potential to have another 2 games in the playoffs to get to step 3. But today, they've got to focus on the hoops of Deal Town, who will be getting us underway first. And we're underway. Well, it's a nice early touch from Murray, who knocks it long, and coming across there is Watling. Ball bouncing around, and out it goes. Another long ball there. Not reaching its target, the ball's dealing with it. Jay Giles just waits for someone to get the ball back for him. And there is an unofficial ball boy. He chucks it back in, and Jay Giles will look to put this down the line, looking for Ritzema. Ritzema, of course, in the midfield today, having stepped in. Been a decent centre-back over the last couple of weeks, but is in that midfield with Trotter and Watson. The Bulls here just trying to make a bit of ground down this left-hand side. Dos Santos makes a run, nice little touch back to Giles, who puts it up towards Bickley. Solid header coming back. And then covering back is Foster. Looks to be playing at that right back position. Forward it goes from Chapman. And a touch for Van der Vliet, who will just let it run. Will just shadow it out, and he does. As the oncoming Smith. I see a little bit of a dip in that corner on the far side of the pitch. As Van der Vliet places the ball down. Well, the line looks to be being led today by Miller. There's a header there from Green. Back with Murray. And on this near side is Davis. Back again with Murray. You see the ball bouncing around. Played down the line. And again, too much on it. This time Van der Vliet doesn't need to go across. Not to shadow it, just to recover it. There's a few more fans coming into the ground. Elliot Powell and Dave Kennedy in early consultation, maybe having a little chat about the opening couple of minutes. Not a lot gone on as Van der Vliet doesn't get the best of clearances, and it's in the middle there for Chapman. And then Giles again thumps it forward, looks for Bickley here. Bickley doesn't make it, Murray goes in for it, and then Ritzema hooks it forward, looking for Bickley and or Cavalier, doesn't find anyone. Back with Murray. Down the line, Watson cuts it out before Chapman can get there. And again, scrappy opening 3 minutes as the ball's played in for Trotter. Trotter gets a touch on, looking to get Bickley in. Picked up there, though, by Miller. Well, good play there from Green, who's caught by Dos Santos right in front of the referee. Free kick given. Referee just making sure where it's taken from. And a little touch there from Green. And looking for the ball over the top, which Van der Vliet should get to, and does. Ahead there of Smith. Van der Vliet sharp of his line. Again, long ball forward. Bickley gets the flick on. Cleared though by the hoops. Header down, which Watson will just get there, and then Kere. Well, it looks like today, in fact, Curtis is playing at the centre and Kere on the right. Well, an interesting decision that. James Kere has played a lot of the right side. Curtis has played as a centre-back or a right-back. As Cavalier picks it up and tries to get it out to Kere, who plays it through the legs there. Through to Trotter of Green. Kere jumping again, this time with Chapman. Up there in the mix is Miller. And now it's picked up by Ritzema. Dos Santos flicks it forward, trying to get Bickley in there first, but Tonkin quickly off his line. And he gets there ahead of the big man, Lorne Bickley. Short ball there for Davis. Again, the ball forward is not really finding its intended target so far. It's all been a bit slow, to be fair. Long ball forward again for Bickley, tries to flick it on. Ball bouncing around again. Good header from Curtis, who gets it forward. And then a foul on Ritzema. And Strauss was jumping in there. Ritzema goes down, just caught, looks like, on that thigh. Ritzema not happy, but no treatment required. Mr. Gillespie just has a closer look at the stud marks on the right thigh of Toby Ritzema. But a chance here for the Bulls to at least test Tonkin and his back line. Joe Giles and Ryder Santos having a little look at this. I think the target will be Ritzema, Bickley, as it's left for Joe Giles, who clips it far post, looking for... Well, Watling was trying to get in, but Tonkin was there first. Ball didn't have really enough on it. And Tonkin clears it long. Picked up now on this near side by Miller, who's kept it in. Kerry lets him come on and a flick on, and well, it's cleared off the line by Watling. It does really well. It looked like for a second that the Hoops had got the lead, but it's a brilliant bit of work there at the back by Jamie Watling, who gets there in the nick of time as the Van der Vliet is beaten. And the first real chance coming in the 8th minute here, and the first chance going to the Hoops of Deal. Flicked on by Bickley. Ritzema. And then long ball forward again. Bit of a holding job done by Watling there, but it's come back in. It's at the feet now of Smith. Keeping it alive well here, whipped inside. Well, trying to get to the head of Miller. Just doesn't jump and can't get enough spring in his step. Now the Bulls getting a little bit lucky, perhaps, in that passage of play. Calm restored with Van der Vliet. Long again it goes. Ritzema isn't challenged. Murray lets him go. Ritzema gets it back now, trying to keep it down. This pitch has dried out so much that the ball is bouncing all over the place. It's going to take some skill as Trotter clips it forward, looking for the run here of Carvalho, but covering well across is Green. As Tonkin rolls it out. Again, neither side really getting under control here. There's a bit of challenge down there by Trotter. Can he keep it in? He can't, but he's done really well there. He's put the pressure right on Davis. As the ice cream man parked in the corner. Going to get some sails. Sun is out. Maybe a 99. A bit of a flake in it. Trying to find the head of Vincent, who doesn't get there, but a bit of head tennis in the middle as back it comes again from Curtis. Little touch from Bickley, lays it off Ritzema. Little nudge in the back there, but good play by the Bulls here as it breaks through to Bickley in the middle. Bickley goes round Tonkin, he plays it in, he scores, and Lord Bickley, he doesn't make the mistake. He doesn't miss the chance. He takes it onto his left foot, and he puts it into the net, and the Bulls have the lead. And who else but the big man, Lord Bickley? Well, it's really good play. It's the interplay with Ritzema as well. Ball bouncing around. It's the header from Curtis. They never really get onto this, and then Ritzema breaks. De Santos with a lovely little bit of work on the chest. A lovely flick from the outside of the boot there into the runner, Jay Giles. Ritzema lets it run. Skipping in is Bickley. Tonkin commits himself, and they can't get back in time. Green diving in, but the ball is already over the line. And Lorne Bickley gives the Bulls the lead. Well, Deal had a couple of opportunities a couple of minutes ago, and they just couldn't get the ball over the line. Cleared by Watling this time, though. Green couldn't do the same, and the Bulls have got an early lead. Well, it's flicked on. Well, free kick against Watling there. Looks like he plays the ball, but referee has other ideas. Free kick is given. A chance maybe for the Hoops here to strike straight back. Certainly got a free kick in a decent area. Well, this is a nice position to just get a bit of whip on this. Carvalho in a wall there. With De Santos, Kerry holding that line right on the edge of the penalty box. Yeah, Giles having a little look across as well. Bickley back defending. Looks like Murray. It won't be Murray. He's left it. Played on. Well, good challenge by Watling this time on Strouts. Strouts coming in, but Watling getting there first. And the Bulls dealing with that free kick well. Now Van der Vliet just takes his time. Much better clearance this time. Over the halfway line. Looking for Ritzema. Coming forward is Curtis, who plays it on again. Looking to try and, well, the ball bounces nicely. Falls to Bickley, who's trying to get it under control. Then Trotter, and they kind of come in each other's way there. A bit of a collision. The break here on with Chapman on that far side. Ball played through the middle. Looking for the run there of Chapman, but Curtis spots it. And then possession is kept, but a short ball, and Carvalho whips in there. Good play from Miguel Carvalho, plays it through to Bickley down that left channel. Bickley against Strouts. Strouts does ever so well there, just gets a touch on it. Well, it's that counter-attacking football coming from the Bulls, soaking up the pressure and making that quick move forward, which is catching Deal a little bit on the hop, the hoops. Well, it's Dos Santos who will launch one. Coming forward is Watling. Just thinking of Watling and Curtis, is that another new pairing at centre-back this season? It could well be. We need to get the statos on that one. But Curtis and Watling are joined for the first time as Dos Santos launches one in. Flicked on. In the mix of this, well, Tonkin eventually looks like he gets the boot on it and clears it. Trying to keep it in on this side. Well, brilliant play by Trotter ahead of Miller there. Trotter now plays it into the middle. Well, it's cleared. Watson arriving. Well, it leaves a little boot in there, and just a late one. Looks like it catches Miller. Free kick has been given, though. Play on. Murray just sitting back a little bit, just in front of that back line, just trying to get things going. Looks like they've switched to a bit of a three at the back here. Going through the middle there is Vincent. Again, the Bulls just trying to keep the hoops locked in their own half, and then forward from Kere. Carvalho challenges, flicked on into Miller on this left side. Well, that ball was played nicely into the feet, and back it is with Miller. Came there from Green. And then trying to make a way forward is Chapman. Miller again runs into Carvalho, brilliant challenge from him. Carvalho tries to take it on, and then Carvalho is brought down. Sliding in again. This time it's Miller. Throw in is the decision. Kere just takes his time, looks for a little bit of a target here. It's Bickley again, who's done really well and hooked it forward away from Green. Lovely ball through, now Dos Santos, can he make it 2? Heavy touch, clips it over. Well, Roy Dos Santos again there. Went to try and clip it over the keeper, but the Bulls should have been 2-0 up, and it's Bickley involved again, and then Dos Santos. And they still don't quite clear it. Trotter coming forward, not sure where it goes. Carvalho flicks it on. And then Strouts puts the boot through it. Curtis coming across, heads it out. Well, the Bulls there could definitely have doubled their lead. They didn't quite manage to cover it. It was just that heavy touch from Roy Dos Santos there that just got away from him a bit. And maybe if he'd just taken the shot, kept control, may well have been the second. But as it is, Deal now have a throw. Decent position here. Look to launch one into the penalty box towards the 6-yard. Here it comes. Solid header from Watling. Falls out to the edge of the box, and then Trotter going in where the boot was coming up. It's back out with Miller. Miller plays it in 6-yard box. Curtis clears it, and then Carvalho, a big up and under. Right into the middle. Deal still press. Bickley tries to clear it. He slices it. I like watching some of the Masters golf. As now Bickley breaks and he plays it through. Can Ritzema get there? He can't get there, though, ahead of Green. This time Giles plays it down that left-hand side. Quickly comes across there is Vincent. No time for Deal to settle. Being constantly put under it. As Giles has the throw. Flicked on by Dos Santos. Vincent with the header. Strouts now. Does that stay in? No, says the assistant on the far side. Bulls will get the throw in. Oh, what a season it's been. And it's gone by in a bit of a blink of an eye. As we come to the penultimate game of the regular season. The Bulls have the lead. The Bulls now with Dos Santos, who lays it off. Trotter, nice little check inside. Feeds it back out to Jay Giles, who looked to cross this in. Closed down though on the near side by Foster. Ball bouncing around again. Murray picks it up, tries to get the quick break going. Oh, again, Watling just times his tackle well. An outstanding season, Jamie Watling for the Bulls. As it's with Murray again. Just over the halfway line. Long ball forward. Wasted ball though. Straight into touch. Well, that is frustrating for the home side. The sun continues to shine. Good ball support on this side. Flags in the breeze. As we wait for Van der Vliet. Again, another good clearance from him. Bickley the target. Strouts is there first. Curtis gets across. And then Watson jumping. Well, Chapman's gone down. Didn't look to be anything in that. Just got caught there in the challenge. They're just struggling there to get to the header. They come off the back of a good win last week against Crowborough. They won 4-1. Chapman just get himself together here. And the throw will be with Green. Now here they come again on this near side. Ball's played in. Well, chance straight at Van der Vliet. Well, Miller from the ball in from Smith. He only had to place it a yard either side of Van der Vliet, and Deal were back level terms. In the end, he puts it straight at Van der Vliet. Maybe Miller not expecting it, but good work there from Smith. And the Bulls again just living on the edge a little bit defensively. Well, chance maybe. Good play again this time from Smith. The flag is up though. It's a nice bit of skill, but he'd gone too soon. The Bulls just holding the line. Well, it could have been a different scoreline, but for Miller not being able to find the target. As these sides battled out 2-1 earlier in the season, back in November at Springfield. On that day, it was goals from Miguel Carvalho and Ryder Santos, and the goal for Deal was scored by Campbell, an own goal. And a poor kick from Van der Vliet here. Plays it forward, a chance to run through that channel, but Curtis comes quickly across, getting there ahead of Smith. Well, Smith is proving a little bit of a thorn in the side, making those runs. It's going to be another attempt to get one into the penalty box. See if they can make something happen here with Strouts is up there. Well, solid header again. This time shot does come in, and it, well, Van der Vliet is flying across his goal to his left. The ball doesn't go in the end on the target, but it has taken a deflection, and it will be the first corner to the Hoops. Taken on that far side by Penny. Played near post. Well, again, Bull's trying to scramble it clear. Kerry comes across, heads it out. Trotter will just try and get the boot through this one. He does. Only as far there, though, as Smith. Back again with Miller, who cuts inside and plays it in towards the danger area, but it has too much on it. Trying to get forward there again. And it's been good from the home side since they conceded the goal. Desperately trying to get one back as Bickley jumps in there. Dispossessed this time by Green. Broken up by Dos Santos, though. Dos Santos now a little clip over the top, looking for Bickley, who flicks it on. Carvalho now. Can he get a bit of space? Tries to take it inside, lays it off at Dos Santos. Dos Santos with the shot, no power in it. But worth a chance, worth a try, because the pitch is so bobbly. A little bit of a deflection could put the keeper off. It didn't this time. Tonkin dealt with it. It's Trotter jumping in, and this time a free kick is given against Adam Trotter. And going down is Chapman. Well, the players just having a word. A little bit of a colourful language coming from, sounds like, the bench, as the ball is played far side of the box. Oh, a lovely flick on there, but again, nobody's arriving on time. Well, we're halfway through the first half. Still the Jersey Bulls with the slender lead, the one goal from a good finish from Lorne Bickley and good play in the build-up with Dos Santos and Giles. And that's the difference, really, between the two sides. Now they keep having to make any real save other than the goal. There's been not much. A couple of half chances at best. Long throw down the line from Foster. Watling jumping in. Dos Santos is there. Ritzema brings it down now, tries to play it through, doesn't quite get past Strauts. Strauts playing it back, but Watling brings it away. Looking for Carvalho, who's got company from Green. The Bulls have it with Trotter. And Trotter's going to try a lovely little bit of spin on that one. Green does well to get back and across as the ball goes out. And a extra ball is rolled on for James Kerry now. Chance maybe for the Bulls to get into the box. Carvalho trying to twist and turn. Won the corner though. Or has he? No. System points to the goal kick. Well, they're going to try and find a way back before half time. Still 20 minutes to go here. And the Bulls double their lead. Coming forward on this near side. There's Davis, and now into Murray again. Flicks it on the outside to Strauts. Looking down that channel, looking again for Smith. That's a throw in for the Bulls again, and not a lot really happening. Whether the pitch and its dryness, especially as the sun continues to shine, just making it difficult to get control of the ball again. The ball played forward, but too far forward in terms of what Deal wanted. Van der Vliet just takes his time. Can't get it through to Bickley. Back it comes. Joe Giles will make the header. Van der Vliet rolls it out. Bickley challenge there. Trotter plays it forward, and then it's going to go out for the Bulls for a corner. first one for them in the first half. And it is a moment the Bulls probably didn't necessarily think they would be realistically going to make, which is a playoff place. But then again, we've seen since the beginning of this year, especially, their form has got better and better. They've been fortunate with injuries and players coming back when others may have just picked up knocks. It's for the header of Watson, who heads it back in. Tonkin there. Curtis tries to get a flick on, but Tonkin has it. And a good header again. Bulls just can't quite get it into the back of the net as Trotter comes back. Does well to keep his eye on it. And will get it back from Van der Vliet. Oh, and then tries to play it too cleverly, perhaps. Nothing doing there as down goes Smith. Oh, looks like the assistant referee agrees with the referee. And it's going to be a throw-in. Again, looking for a long ball into the box. Launched in. Ritzema with a header. Corner is given. Sadil just keeping the pressure on here. Just trying to find a way in. Just trying to find a little bit of a glimpse. Trying to sneak one in. Ball's going to be whipped in again. Should be Van der Vliet's far post coming back and across, and somehow it doesn't go in the net. It goes across the goal line, and then it's cleared away by Bickley as far as Tonkin. And but for a little bit of a touch here or there, Deal could have definitely been level. They've had a few of those chances that haven't quite gone their way. As Vincent gets caught by Dos Santos. Switch here towards Kere, but solid header from the skipper. Another long clearance, this time a much better one from Van der Vliet. Ritzema doesn't get there, Trotter does. Bickley tries to flick it on, challenged there by Green. And now Kere on the overlap, plays it inside first time, can't find Carvalho. And then the ball into feet, Chapman caught though by Trotter, just coming across him. And Trotter just smiles on as Murray wants to get going. Davis gives it a little touch. Oh, nearly charged down again by Trotter. Well, that ball to the far side hasn't really worked. Looking again for Penny. Wins the header, Jarlson gets there, flicks it on, Ritzema now to Santos. First time ball, trying to get in again behind Strauts, but Strauts doing well under pressure. Ritzema and Vincent jump. Foster coming forward. Deal ball, quickly taken. And then Watling going across, and it's again that Smith has gone down. Smith has been going to the turf a few times in this first half. And again, better clearance. Ritzema doesn't get there. This time foul on Ritzema. Free kick given. Well, the sun continues to shine and the Bulls continue to lead as Watson quickly takes it to Trotter. Watson again into the channel, looking for Dos Santos, who's fouled, but the ball is still alive and Dos Santos quickly gets back up. Now he goes into the box looking for, well, to Bickley, and then Ritzema arriving, and then Trotter, and then Kere. And Trotter, another foul from him. And we can hear that the Deal bench asking how many can Trotter get away with. Nothing really much in any of those challenges, to be fair, but it's the accumulation of those as time goes on and whether... Oh, it's given away. Trotter now needs a bit of help, needs to get the ball out quickly. He does. Here comes Carvalho. Carvalho trying to keep going. Well, great work. It's now fallen for Dos Santos. Dos Santos with the shot. Great save from Tonkin. It was just in the right area for the keeper. But the ball's again knocking on that door. Bickley now quickly back inside. Flicked on. Bickley again. Can Kere arrive? He can. Tries to get it back in. Maybe could have taken it on himself. Back with Watson. Suddenly a little bit more urgency about the Bulls play here. Kere on the right-hand side. Holds it up. Brings it in. Goes down. Trotter plays it back in for Carvalho. Nice little quick time. First ball. Lovely ball from Kere. Through the legs there. To Carvalho. Carvalho still going. Back again. Kere. Oh, Kere nutmegged Green. And in the end, the Bulls have ended up going backwards to Curtis. But again, Dos Santos coming ever so close to getting the ball second. Good save from Tonkin. Watling waits. Finds a lovely ball down that line for Giles. Giles trying to get it in and get Ritzema in behind Foster. Foster launching it. But not finding Smith. And suddenly the game came to life. It will be a throw-in. It's been a decent opening salvo in this first half. Both sides just trying to find a way through as Dos Santos goes route one. Dos Santos on his own when he runs into trouble in the end, but the ball does quickly come forward, but there's way too much on that. No way is Carvalho getting across to collect that ball. Well, the ice cream sales look to be going well in this first half. Oh, look at that. Nice variety of choices. A bit of refreshment for the fans. The ice cream man is not just coming, he's here. Again, the defeat of Davis and Murray. Goes for that long ball to that far side, which Giles gets to first. And Bulls have a bit of space here. Ritzema can turn. And then he plays it forward. Well, it's fallen to Bickley, then he's going to get inside. Can Bickley still, well, he's still going, oh, Tonkin slides in, takes Bickley out. Brilliant bit of work from Tonkin. He had to come. There's all kinds of trouble there for the Hoops. And then quickly back the other end, and Van der Vliet with the ball as he releases it to Watling. Well, the Bulls are looking dangerous, that one-on-one especially. This time, Bickley doing really well against Strauch. The Bulls just playing it back. Van der Vliet has a look, surveys the scene, looks to the horizon ahead of him. Looks forward to Santos trying to get in behind Vincent, but Foster heads it back, but he heads it for a corner. And the Bulls just continue to just turn the screw a little bit here, ratcheting up the pressure as we go inside the last 10 minutes of this first half. Dos Santos will just go across, raises the arms, sends the signal. Oh, the Bulls have numbers in there. Jay Giles also tries to get forward. He's in a bit of a wrestling match as Dos Santos plays it in. Ball's in the middle, scrapping around. Has it gone out again? Looks like it has. Well, Jay Giles has gone up and now can just wander across to take the corner. Third one for the Bulls of this first half. Can Giles deliver one onto the head of Watson? Maybe Watling. Here it comes, flicked on. Oh, well, trying the spectacular is Ray Dos Santos. Goes for the bicycle and in the end gets it all wrong. And the ball goes thundering over the crossbar about 20 feet too high. You can see what he's trying to do, the acrobatic. As the home fans trying to urge on the side, the hoops. As Murray tries to thread one into this near side. Kere is there first as he gets there ahead of Green. Kere with the header. Ball bouncing around. Trotter can nick that ahead of Murray. Now they're quickly through, looking for Bickley again, but Strout steps up. Ball comes forward. Good header from Curtis. Kere flicked on and back towards Curtis. And then the header from Vincent. Immediately he apologises for. Kere again. Trotter, well, gets there first. Just about steal what he was trying to do, but it's back with Strouts. Now Davis. Murray. Strouts again. Still need to get going forward, you'd think, here. Brackett comes across and they just keep playing it along the back line. Looking for an option. Just not quite getting one. Trotter comes across to Murray. Keeping possession, but back in their own half with Davis. Marks for patience for sure here. Strouts nearly getting into trouble and then turning away from Bickley. Murray again decides he's had enough of that and he goes down the right hand side, and it's a good bit of play there. No foul, play on. Definitely no penalty there. Back it comes again, looking for that far side. Kere will make the header. Cavallio gets it nicely into his stride and he can bring it forward. Now Trotter, heavy touch, but back to Cavallio, but it will be Kere bursting through the middle. Cavallio will take it on. He has Kere inside. He plays it to him. Can Kere find him on the return? He doesn't, but it falls to Trotter, who does try and find Cavallio. Cavallio now has company. Back inside to Kere, inside the penalty box, trying to find the final ball. Trotter's arriving, can't get there first. Chapman clears. Well, the counter was nearly on, but Dos Santos has brought it down. Kere again. Tracked there by Miller. Kere has it back. Quick ball by Watson, but Dos Santos doesn't get there. Thinks he was offside probably, so he stays where he is, holds that line. Curtis doing well, just forcing the ball backwards again. Picked up this time on this near side by Miller. And it's back again with Murray, where it all started a couple of minutes ago. Again, looking for an option. Decides to go towards the channel where Giles is. Back with Descent, with Van der Vliet. Last 5 minutes of this first half. Ritzimer out jumped. Chapman. Back to Strouts. Takes a heavy touch and then a mistake by Jay Giles, a rare mistake. Quickly coming back though is Watson. Picked up there. Well, Trotter does well. Now Cavallio takes it off Miller. Cavallio now just stepping over the ball. Kere again. Quickly comes short. Kere looks to play it over the top, but played it out instead. Curtis does well in the end, just a lot of spin on that ball. Can he find the header Bickley? He jumps well, flicks it on now. Ritzimer. Well, Vincent does well to get there ahead of him, but it's still in and around the penalty box. Bickley commits the foul this time. A bit of a wrestling match with Strauts and Ritzema. Murray takes it. And Tonkin has it. Murray. Right to Davis. The ball's just marking really well here, making it difficult for the options to be utilised. But here, taking it on his own this time is Smith. Wants to try and take on Curtis. Curtis gets across, the ball's whipped in. Well, great work by Watling again, but the Bulls don't clear it. It's still alive. Carvalho is helping out. Corner is given, but Miguel Carvalho doing really well defensively again. Oh, corner for the Hoops. The corners are even, 3 each, so odd in fact, but equal in terms of numbers. Bulls just need to be resolute here in defence. We've seen the ball played into that box already, and it's been a bit dicey. Comes in again, far post flicked on. Looks like Trotter may well get there first if he can keep it in. And then Trotter is caught there. The referee's going to have a word. Looks like Davis. The referee's let this game flow. Hasn't reached for a card yet, but he's going to have a word this time with Callum Davis, who like he went through Trotter, and maybe he feels that Adam Trotter deserves one for all the little challenges he's put in this first 45. And it is a throw-in. Another attempt at a long ball in. Giles there, but Watling as well, and Bulls do clear it up to De Santos, who doesn't really know exactly where it's going, but it was in the direction of Carvalho. Can run with a bit of space, carry outside him. He gets it now. Carvalho just checks. Carvalho just caught there again. Watson, nice ball inside to Trotter. Well, Trotter can't find Kere. Trotter's trying to get back on Davis there. Good work from Curtis. Clips it forward. Davis just chesting it down, but it's Kere who has it back, and these two are just exchanging passes. As Davis decides to take control of it, puts it into touch, or into the last few seconds of this first half. Can't imagine there'll be too much added, maybe a minute or two at most. In terms of the first half performance, the Bulls have done enough to deserve the lead. Create a couple of other chances, but Deal are still in it when it's only 1-0. Curtis does well, and Watling plays it forward. Well, the referee decides that is it for the first half. A first half where the Jersey Bulls have a slender lead, a goal from Lorne Bickley as the players make their way off at half-time. Bulls will be happy with it. It's the point they need at least. It's 3 as it stands, and virtually they've guaranteed playoff positions. Well, we'll see you after the break. Well, the players make their way out for the second half. A second half for the Jersey Bulls, where if they can maintain this scoreline, we'll see them guaranteed their playoff place. Well, the first half, not the best perhaps of performances from either side, but the Bulls doing enough to take that one goal cushion into the half-time break. Deal a little bit slower to come out. And the Bulls keen to get the second half started and to improve on their goal so far this afternoon. Another clean sheet as it stands. Bulls so far, looking at the fixtures that they've had in April, have yet to concede 4-0, 3-0 and 1-0. Today, as it stands, it's 1-0. So at the moment, the Bulls have got what they need from the deal. But of course, as we know, it's all about finishing the game and taking the 3 points. Whether either manager will make a change, we shall see. Bulls have got options, as have the home side. But for now, the Bulls that will kick off. It's Adam Trotter with the ball at his feet. Referee, Mr. Gillespie, just getting ready. No cards shown in the first half. And we're underway. Long ball forward. Again, doesn't come to anything for the Bulls, but just a bit of position in this second half. Just waiting for that ball to be played back. Long throw again launched. Carvalho jumping. In the middle there, though, is Chapman. But the Bulls have it with DeSantos, who's twisting and turning and finds Kere on that right-hand side. Clips the ball forward, looking for the DeSantos run. Can he get there? Well, he does. Gets caught in the process. Never coming together there between him and Davis. And a free kick looks to be given against the Bulls' number 10. Of course, this game will finish before the others start. The Bulls could occupy, with a win today, third place, albeit it may well be temporary. As White leave play later on. Trotter jumping in there. Down again, goes Chapman. Bulls just managing to try and dig it out when they do so with Ritzema. He cuts inside and brings it out towards his left-hand side, the near side, where he's found Ray DeSantos. Bickley through the middle. DeSantos cuts inside. Will he go for the top corner? He certainly goes for the shot. And it's straight at Tonking. See what he was trying to do there as he cuts inside. He wants to perhaps try and bend one into that top right-hand corner. The keeper's left, but hits it straight at James Tonkin. The Bulls putting the ball out near side. It's with Foster. Flicked on. Watling is there, just doing enough to force it back as Miller keeps possession, lays it off to Murray. Switch out to that far side. Carvalho does enough to just go across, and then Trotter's snuck in here, and Trotter's going to go round Davis, and he does. Coming across his Stroutso does really well to help out Davis. And he had to be ever so careful did Callum Davis, because if it had brought Trotter down. In the end, it's a throw-in which Kerry will take. The ball's looking to get quickly into first gear, second gear, and through the gears. Here comes Carvalho, does well. Can he get the angle? He does, whips it far post. Looking for Bickley. Strouts is there. It's going to be a corner for the Bulls, though. Well, bright start from the boys in red as the ball is played short. Twisting and turning, Dos Santos clips it far post. Tonkin under the bar, drops but doesn't fall. Unfortunately for Harry Curtis, he was just on hand. Tonkin goes long. Good skill there in the middle this time. And then a wrestling match between Miller and Trotter, and the Bulls break with it as that carries on. Coming forward is Watling. Bickley, quick feet, again gets it back from Carvalho. Bickley being tracked there by Chapman. Now inside to Trotter, a bit of space here. Plays it through. Well, can't quite get it on, but it's picked up by Dos Santos. Now Ritzema, the Bulls keep the ball surging on. Ritzema tries the shot this time. Tonkin gets across, does well. Again at the right height for the keeper. He still has to get across to make the save. It's been definitely better from the Bulls in this opening 4 or 5 minutes. Good bit of play there. Tries it from distance. Wasn't really going to trouble Tonkin unless he absolutely had a worldie of a ball that was going to bend in at the last second. Didn't quite happen for Toby Ritzema. Foster wants it back. Vincent doesn't get it. Dos Santos back with a header. Vincent nudging it on. Jumping in there is Smith. And then Van der Vliet can bring it into his area. And the Bulls looking quickly to get on top in the second half. Another big up and under into the sun. Solid header. Back it goes. Oh, no. Flag is up. Just as Chapman thought, he might well have breached the Bulls' back line. Giles quickly takes. Lovely ball out on that far side. Good control by Kerry to Carvalho. Kerry continues. Carvalho tries to go around the outside. Tries to get past Green, doesn't. Elliot Powell must have probably said at half-time that they just need to be a little bit sharper, perhaps. Maybe that was what was missing in the first half. Certainly the finishing not quite as clinical as it could be. As Curtis goes back to cover. There's certainly been a pushing and shoving going on in the second half already, involving Rory Smith. Kerry with the long throw. Trotter tries to play it forward, it falls to Watling. Watling for Dos Santos. Dos Santos will try and keep it under control. He just gets a touch. He does really well there. Ritzema as well. Now, can the Bulls get it back to Dos Santos? They can. One more, surely. Taken out as Dos Santos right in front of the referee by Foster. It's going to be the first yellow card, you think. Well, it's been bubbling up. It looks like Alfie Foster, though, has committed one foul too many, and unfortunately for him, it's right in front of the referee. So Alfie Foster goes into Mr. Gillespie's book. And the Bulls have a free kick in a decent position. They're going to need to line up very quickly here. It's pretty much centre, maybe just a little bit off to this left-hand side as we look at it. So it gives a bit of an angle for Dos Santos to try one. Ritzema will just make himself a bit of a nuisance there. You fancy Dos Santos to try and bend one up and over. Well, that wall is barely 10 back. Bouncing on his toes, Ritzema. Dos Santos gets it up and over, but straight at Tonkin. And Ritzema just has a little nudge on Tonkin, not sure what that was about. and then long it goes. Giles jumping, doesn't reach it. Lovely little flick on though. Here comes Chapman. Chapman into the middle. A chance maybe here. Flicked on. Van der Vliet. Oh, he does really well. He has to quickly adjust his feet and backpedal, and he gets a big long arm on it to keep it out there. Good bit of play though from Ash Miller again. And Deal still look dangerous. Giles trying to find a Santos, can't get the length on the pass, and then Watling is there ahead of Watson. Brought down there by Green. Long ball which Kerry can just let bounce, and then puts it onto the roof of the clubhouse. And the Bulls needing to defend. You feel there's always a chance here for Deal when they continue to press. It's going to be a long throw again. Curtis with the header. Van der Vliet tries to come, doesn't get there. Ball hooked back and across, and they can't keep it down. It's Chapman with the finish, and that ball has gone up and over, but Van der Vliet just not quite getting there this time. Arriving a bit late, but has been let off. And we can see a few of the fans around the ground enjoying an afternoon beverage. And a big shout out for those Bulls fans who are watching this from the Wellington. Hope you're enjoying it as the Bulls are on the edge of playoff places and securing it this afternoon. Ball comes forward though. Cross comes Curtis. Quick throw by Penny, wants it back, tries to whip it in, it falls, but Curtis gets there first. And the flag is up, so it won't really matter. And just a reminder that at 2:45, if the game isn't finished, which it doesn't look like it's going to be, that would take us to about the last 5 minutes, there will be a blackout under the FA rules, and we'll bring you the audio for the last 5 minutes and any added time in this second half. And just a chance to give you a little warning of games coming up that you can tune into. Tomorrow we've got Meadow Sports, where the women's Bulls team take them on an away game, and that kicks off, I believe it's 12 o'clock tomorrow, so you can watch that live, and a chance already to talk about what will come at the end of the season, and that's the Moratti jersey against Guernsey. And it will be on the 16th of May. And if you want to get tickets for that, goes to bulls.je/Moratti. And we'll be bringing you that one live as well. But for now, we're live here at Charles Sports Ground, and the Bulls are trying to go in search of that second goal. But they've got to do a bit of defensive work here. And Carvalho, as always, is there as his shirt is pulled. But Green doesn't win that battle. And of course, the final game of this regular season will be next Saturday, when the Bulls do battle with Hastings. Well, for now, the battle here continues between Deal, the Hoops, and the Jersey Bulls. As Kerry hooks it down that channel, ball bouncing around and bouncing in and out. We've seen that this pitch is so dry that there is absolutely no cushion, and it's like bouncing a tennis ball on ice. It's just pinging off. It's making it really hard for the players to control, but it's going to be a change, and the first change of the afternoon. Off goes Alex Green. Looks like Owen Wilkinson is on for the Hoops, the home side. So Wilkinson, wearing 19, is the first change of this afternoon. Short to Strouts again, who just goes long. Well, Wilkinson quickly into it, hooking one in and across the penalty box. And they just can't make it work. And Kerry has it on that far side. Still, they're always going to be a threat here as they continue to push and press the balls. Looking for another long throw. Well, ball's played short. Quickly across there. Well, Trotter comes, but the ball's played back in. Watson looks like he gets the header on it first as well. And now Dos Santos trying to get hold of this in a bit of a battle here. Can't quite keep it in. Will he with the throw? He does. Quickly, it's Ritzema down the line looking for the run of Dos Santos. He's in behind Foster. Dos Santos now into the box. Dos Santos, can he finish it? Well, he's tried to square it, and Tonkin with a full stretch getting down manages to plaque it out the path of the oncoming Miguel Carvalho. Well, the Bulls are in a hurry with Ritzema and Dos Santos surging forward. And again, just the final finish, the ball across, eluding Carvalho on this occasion. But the Bulls still search for that second. Want to kill this off. Murray to Strauts. Big ball through the middle, should be Van der Vliet, is Van der Vliet. Roll out, and you just feel this game is starting to open up now. Trotter. Deal wanting to press on, the Bulls wanting to capitalise. Kere. Lovely flick on by Ritzema. Trotter does well, just scoops it inside to the left. Well, he does well at the beginning, but his final ball is very non-Trotter-like. It's a ball that maybe he thought Pickney would run onto, but the communication just not quite there for that pass. Half an hour left in this afternoon's game here at the Charles Sports Ground. It's still Deal Town 0, Jersey Bulls 1. The goal on 10 minutes from Lorne Bickley. As Deal still continue to try and find the leveller. Bickley working hard again. Trotter tries to put a bit of pressure on Murray, who goes home. And good control, this time by Miller. Back again to Davis. Of course, this is wasting valuable time, which the Bulls won't mind. And then a mistake. Strauts just nudging. Ritzema trying to steal a lot of yards there. And some calm with Giles. Forward it comes again. A little bit of a nudge there on Foster from Ritzema. But the Bulls will not mind if the ball stays in the Deal half for the next 29 or so minutes. Watson looks for Bickley. Cut out by Murray. Trotter wins the header. Now Dos Santos into the, well, trying to get it into the feet of Bickley. The Bulls still battle for it. Dos Santos brings it down. Kicks it clear air there. And it's cleared. But Watling does really well. Then Giles. Now Trotter. Been really busy today, Adam Trotter. Gets caught again there with Vincent. Now Ritzema goes past Foster, does really well. And coming across and clearing it is Strauts, but Ritzema starting to get some headway down that left-hand side. Bulls have still got plenty of options. Barlow, Killshot, Leki Mamati and Sunday, let's not forget. And they're going to need that depth of squad as they go into the real deal, which will be the playoffs. Long throw, near post. Good header this time, but it's back. Santos tries to play it in. Has it just come off Wilkinson and gone for the corner? Looks like it has. Santos will want that. Either way, whether it's a throw-in or a corner, he can be as equally effective. This time, it is the long throw. Flicked on. No, not quite. Corner, though, has resulted. Can the Bulls make this count now? Just needs a decent delivery, just a little bit of space. Perhaps Watling to find a little bit of room at that back post. Watson as well. Not seen him get one with the head for a while. Maybe the chance is coming today. Far post it is. Keeper comes, doesn't quite get there. Maybe just gets a little touch on it. And the ball has crossed the line. And the ball will go for another corner, which Giles will go across to take. And the Bulls can keep the pressure on. Trotter at the edge of the box. Watling is in there. Ritzema bouncing around as he always does. Far post it comes. Watson, well, ducks under it in the end. Maybe couldn't see it in the sun. See, George flag flutters in the breeze, and the second change is about to be made. As the home side hook off Alfie Foster and introduce Zach Hammond. Well, Hammond started the game at Springfield. And he's got about 25 minutes. See what kind of an impact he can have this afternoon. Still, the Bulls have that goal from Lorne Bickley, which is the one that separates the sides. Long ball again. Giles should make the header, does. Early touch for Hammond, who nods it back and across. Watling with a header this time. He's brought down in the process. Hard ground to land on. Not the boggy pitches we saw in the early part of the year. So the cushion, not quite what it was. More of a thump than a splosh. Randomly looking again on this near side, looking for Ritzema, flicks it on. DeSantos trying to get in. Ritzema does well, battles hard there, using his strength, trying to find a bit of space, trying to get through the legs there of Vincent, but kept them shut on this occasion. Seen a couple of nutmegs in the first half. Back it is with Giles, clips it through and forward, but well, Trotter's done ever so well there. Can the Bulls capitalise now with Bickley, who just recycles it out? Kerry, will he try it? Why not? Tries the shot. Well, Tonkin spills it. He doesn't spill it enough, though, for Ritzema following up. Manages quickly to grab it. But worth it from the skipper to try it from there. And anything that does bounce in front of the keeper on this surface is always going to make it harder. This time, Tonkin just about doing enough. Murray again with Davis. They're still trying to find a way through here, Deal. Bulls holding their shape. Another long ball forward. Giles backs off. DeSantos is back deep defending. Vincent. Ritzema just gets a toe in. Back it goes to Wilkinson. Well, quick spread of the ball on that far side. Watling should get there, does get there. He's been outstanding again today, JB Watling, reading the game so well. And getting there at the right time so often. But again, a chance for a long throw. This time it will be Zach Hammond. We'll try and launch one. Well, who else? Watling. Shot comes in from distance. Won't trouble Van der Vliet. But still, there is a little bit of a threat there from Deal. Van der Vliet looking for the quick ball. It's fallen nicely for Carvalho. Carvalho can run. He's got DeSantos on his outside, who's got past Penny and plays it in now. Carvalho flicks it on, tries to flick it in at the tightest of angles at that near post. Tonkin is in the way. The ball hits the side netting, but again, really good link play between Dos Santos and Carvalho. The 10 and 11 combining well for the Bulls, just not quite able to get it through that tight angle. Deal still in this one. Davis to Murray. Near side to Strauss. Bickley comes across. Goes for a long, long direct ball, but straight through to Van der Vliet. Carvalho challenges, but never was going to get there. Watson does. Dos Santos nods it down, and then Ritzema tries to flick it back, but Vincent is in his way. Throw in. And the Bulls won't be unhappy with this, as they can quash any threat that may come from the home side. And what is coming from the home side looks to be another change. So off is going Josh Vincent, on is coming Wes Hennessy. So raise your glasses to the number 24. He's making his way to the dugout is Josh Vincent. To Giles. I want to go for Bickley here. In fact, Ritzema, it doesn't do. In the end, wasn't sure he was getting it or not, and he manages to chest it. Well, there we see the Benet board for the first time today. And we're going to see the Bulls making a change. And it's going to be Francis Lekimamati who's going to get a run out. And Miguel Carvalho who will give way on 70 minutes. So you'd think that might be just a direct switch, straight swap for the Bulls. Chance for Francis Lekimamati's been missing for a few weeks to get 20 in his legs. Dos Santos stays down the left. Lekimamati goes to the right. And here comes Deal. The hoops are not done yet. Shot from distance. Well, looks like it may well. Well, it's not a deflection, it's just a slice. It's come right off the face of the boot there. And gone, perhaps in the end, a little bit closer to the corner than it did the goal. 20 minutes to go, plus added time. Blackout coming in about 15. Stay tuned for the audio. Switched out to that far side, and well, the flag is belatedly risen by the assistant on the far side. It will be a Deal free kick. Murray again. Can the skipper get something going for the home side? Can he galvanise them? Still time. Ball played through the middle again. Solid header from Watling. Kere just getting, well, it looked like he was going to get beaten there, but he's done really well, James Kere. Just stays strong in the challenge. He uses the nous he's got. Been around a long time, played a lot of football, and it showed there that he just had the strength, the upper body, to just make sure he didn't give the ball away under pressure. Oh, ball. No, free kick, flag is up. Long ball forward will be the call of the day. Get it into that area. Bouncing around it is. Santos trying to get back, but Hammond doing well. Plays it through the channel, coming across his Watling. Is he going to get there ahead of Hammond? He has, the ball's gone out. Jamie Watling. Are the two of him out there this afternoon? He just seems to be there every single time. There's even a half chance, a sniff of anything going in the way of the hoops, and Watling arrives. Ritzema and Wilkinson having a little bit of a tussle. Ritzema flicks the header on. Dos Santos has won it. Now, is there a chance here for the Bulls? They've got numbers ahead. They've got Leki Memati. The ball, wow, nearly gets through to Leki Memati. Not quite. It's really good play in the end, and it's Penny who's done it for the home side. Trotter coming across. Well, will they gamble here? Tonkin, well, he's gambled there and he's made a mistake of sliding in. There is Trotter, and Tonkin does well. Trotter was trying to hook it back in the sliding challenge. Well, two forces colliding, the Tonkin-Trotter truck. Tonkin just about getting away with it. Heavy touch from him, corner for the Bulls. Cross will go, Jay Giles. Fourth corner for them for the second half. Giles. Oh, Bickley can't make it. Trotter again. Oh, can't get hold of it down that side. It's going to be a Bulls throw though. Penny just switching now to left back and just struggling a little bit there. And again, this pitch is pretty fast because it's dry as a bone. Watling's coming forward. Can Jamie Watling find the ball second from the Dos Santos throw? Leki Memati makes a little run near post. Watling tries to flick it on. He does try and get it through to Ritzema. Doesn't quite reach. Wilkinson now. Giles is committed and catches. It's going to be, well, it's going to be a yellow card. The referee looked at that pocket, then looked away and then thought, nah, that's a yellow card. And Jay Giles will have no complaints about that. Nor will the FA. Another few quid in their coffers. Into the last 15 minutes. A little bit less. There's Tonkin. Tonks one. And then Leki Memati. Kere. Leki Memati's done well. Watson plays it forward. Santos decides not to bother. Murray again. Now Penny. Penny in his 300th game. Can he make something happen? Oh, free header for Kere. Trotter. Kere coming forward again. Leki Memati ahead of him. That's where the ball is played. Lovely ball. Leki Memati, oh, he's put it wide in any event, but a little bit of a handball. The ball bouncing perhaps up into Francis Leki Memati as the Bulls make another change, and here comes the number 7, the man who scores goals at crucial times, and it's going to be Fraser Barlow, and it's going to be Lorne Bickley. So, again, switch will be direct. It'll be Barlow up top to replace Bickley, who's had another really good game today. Worked hard, the big man, and got what might be the winning goal. Certainly, it's why the Bulls have the advantage. And it isn't Dos Santos that's gone off, it is Lorne Bickley. Still Sunny, still Killshort. Potential changes. The hoops still spinning around. Just not quite yet. Able to get it forward as they try again down the right-hand side. Curtis can't get there. Hammond can. Nice ball inside to Murray. Heavy touch, and then a little bit of a touch on it by Ritzema to Strauss. Strauss trying to play it down the line. He does, but to Santos, has he won it? Ritzema wants to get on with it. The referee won't let him take that much. Okay, Giles. Ice cream stalls are still good. And don't forget, if you want to get your tickets to see the Muratti on the 16th of May, go to bulls.je/Muratti, which is 4 weeks today. Well, that's gone into the car park. The Bulls won't mind that. Every minute spent in the deal half is a chance to take time off and also to get a second. Trotter, a bit casual there, just trying to dab it through, but it's forward to Barlow. Barlow inside, Trotter, can he finish? Well, can Barlow get there? Well, it's a brilliant save by Tonkin in the end. It looked like Trotter was going to cap off the run that he started with the goal. He flicks it past Tonkin, and somehow he gets enough on it to push it past and away from the goal. And it just has enough on it that doesn't allow Barlow to get there. But it's Trotter who starts it off. A lovely little flick of the outside of the boot. And it's the left foot. It's a good save in the end from Tonkin. But it is another corner for the Bulls. Jay Giles will go to take. Ritzema bouncing around, goes towards the near post. Ritzema flicks it on. Hooked clear, but hooked across and out to this side. Anywhere will do. Well, lovely throw in. Quickly take, hooked across. Surely this time. Oh, onto the roof of the net from, looks like Harry Curtis, maybe even Leki Mamati. One of them got the final touch on it. But the Bulls maybe just sensing a chance to get that second as the Hoops decide to make another change. Well, it is Francis Leki Mamati who gets the final touch. So off is Rory Smith, replaced by Joe Reeves. Fourth change for the home side. A little under 10 minutes left. Strauss has stayed forward, it looks like. May cause problems at the back. Penny coming forward. Flicked on there by Miller. Kere's clearance is blocked. Watson is there. Van der Vliet puts the boot through it. Gets caught though with the follow through. Well, Van der Vliet's gone down. It looks like it is in fact Wes Hennessy who's just come on, who's just continued his run and taken out Van der Vliet. We're going to see the trainer for the first time today. Well, Van der Vliet caught there. Nicky Nicole, who does the away games in the majority, is on, bag in hand, magic spray, no doubt. Van der Vliet just coming to. Engaging in conversation with Mr. Gillespie. Van der Vliet will get up. Goalkeepers, of course, can't go off. And it's just a little sup of water. And Van der Vliet is back up. Well, we are coming towards the blackout, so be ready for those watching. Enjoy the last couple of minutes here of live football. We'll continue to bring it via audio. So remember where you see people on the pitch. Visualize it as you visualize there with Watson. He can't find Dos Santos, who's full of running today. Long throw quickly taken. Santos jumping to get there, Ritzema as well. Watson, well, to be fair, that was Watson was playing it. It was the ball's played through. Leki Memati isn't going to get there. Wouldn't have mattered. Flag was up. Well, Watson, to be fair, went for the ball, and it looked to be a little bit like Chapman put his head in, whether he was anywhere near it. The assistant on this side has decided to give it. Watson not happy. Or maybe Chapman has just managed to get one over there on the assistant. Watson hooked it clear. It looked then that Chapman arrived just after the ball had gone. But a tester maybe here from Penny, as the Bulls need to stay on their toes. Van der Vliet only having Leki Memati in front of him. Clip towards the far post. Van der Vliet doesn't come, but who gets there? Watson. Now Trotter cuts inside. Trotter. Well, there's something going on at the back. And it looks like Watling has been caught. Nice, Barlow is down there. So what exactly has gone on there? Barlow just getting caught there in the melee. And Mr. Gillespie, who's had a pretty good game, maybe it's just trying to get away from him just slightly here. He takes the ball off Van der Vliet with some sort of purpose, but he's allowed the game to go, which has been really good. But when it just starts to spill over, he's got to absolutely clamp down on it and needs to make some perhaps more definite decisions. Van der Vliet again, and then charging at him is Hennessy. Just does enough to put the ball out. We can see there'll be at least a couple of minutes added on, not like the first half where the referee hardly added any time on. And we're into the last five. We're into the last five of the last game on the road in the regular season. Who would have thought we're at game 41 already? And the Bulls, having had their allotment of 21 on the road, with just one left in the regular at Springfield next Saturday. Ritzema pumps it forward. It's just going to go through to Tonkin. He decides to cut out the middlemen and go straight up top. Giles is nutmegged. Reeves does well, but so does Watling. Brilliant from Jamie Watling. Oh, given away though. Chance maybe. Bulls need to cover this off. Deal come again. Reeves started it. Reeves wants to finish it. Wilkinson into the box. Across it goes. Hennessy lets it go. Penny arrives. Leki Memati getting back there, and then the ball goes behind, and it's going to be a Bulls throw in. Well, there is going to be that final double change for the Bulls. Kilshaw and Sunley for the last few minutes here. The Bene board getting another outing. Off is going Trotter. On is coming Kilshaw. And then Sunley will replace Dos Santos. Well, the caller of the changes in the ground has got that one completely wrong. But nevertheless, it's Kilshaw and it's Sunley, and it's Trotter and Dos Santos who can have just a little bit of time off at the end of this 90. James Carey hasn't got time for that, though. He's getting on with it. Down the line it goes. Barlow heads it back in towards Ritzema. Little touch there by Watson. Sunley flicked out to Ritzema. Sunley will carry on. Well, Ritzema decides to go through the middle for Kilshaw. And again, the hoops are sent back. Well, it's time to think about the Bulls player of the match this afternoon. There's been some notable performances across the park. Van der Vliet again has had a solid game in goal. Curtis goes down there under challenge of Strauts, who wrestles it. Penny comes up. So Van der Vliet's had a good game. So has James Kerry, Jay Giles, and Harry Curtis filling in. Pretty much all the balls back line this afternoon. As the ball comes into the box again. So it's inside as Kerry hooks it clear towards the centre half, picked up by Penny, who launches it back, but this is going to be Van der Vliet territory, who comes and collects just inside and at the edge of the penalty box. Some notable performances as well from Lorne Bickley today, and Ray Dos Santos. Bickley with the goal, of course, and Carvalho worked hard as Ritzema tries to pick it up just halfway inside the hoops half. He clears it long. And here comes Sunley. The Bulls have it going forward. Killshaw to Ritzema. Ritzema now has Barlow ahead of him. Ritzema finds Barlow on this near side inside the penalty box. Barlow's offside. Flag is up. Well, a shout out has come for Adam Trotter as a potential. Well, he's certainly in the two that are under consideration today. Adam Trotter's had a really good game, and had he have got that goal, you would have definitely given him the player of the match. As the ball is launched forward again. It's fallen on that far side, inside the Bulls half. Picking it up on the left-hand wing is Miller, whips it in, headed by Curtis to Killshaw. Killshaw plays it up over the halfway line. Barlow will just let it run. It's going to roll out on the far side. There's 10 seconds of normal time left. And whilst Adam Trotter was certainly in the mixer, today it's been about defence. It's been about making sure that Deal didn't get into this game at any point. And there's been one player who defensively for the Bulls, he's been outstanding all season. But this afternoon, when he's had to lead the back pairing with Curtis, who's come back recently from injury, Jamie Watling has been outstanding for the Jersey Bulls. And the Bulls player of the match is Jamie Watling, as the Bulls come quickly with Sunley with a chance to make it 2. Well, he hits it straight at Tonkin on the edge of the box. He had a bit of space, he got a couple of yards. The Bulls quickly launched forward. And then trying to clear it is Curtis. Free kick, handball given. So Jamie Watling is the Bulls player of the match, and Adam Trotter came within a width, an inch, a millimetre of nicking it off him. But Jamie Watling, outstanding. Now the referee just having to deal with a little bit of fracas here. As Murray getting a little bit hot under the collar. The Bulls have the free kick just level with the centre circle, just inside their own half. And it will be Harry Curtis. We've had a minute of added time. Curtis wants to get this forward. Plays it now. Near side. Good touch by Sunny. He brings it down, keeps it on. He's still holding on to it. Has he won the throw? No. Quick throw here coming from Reeves. Goes back to Tonkin. Tonkin brings it outside his penalty box. Ball at feet. Will look to launch this. He does. Bit of a Hail Mary from him, but a solid header from who else but Watling. Still with the hoops though, but it's now stolen by Sunley. Sunley inside to Killshaw. Killshaw, can he get a touch on? He can. He's brought down in the process. Leki Memati goes across. Free kick is given. The ball doesn't roll, doesn't get the advantage on that far side, and the referee brings it back for the foul. So the Bulls will have the free kick. More time will tick off the clock this afternoon. We're into 2 minutes of added. It's Jay Giles with the free kick just inside on the Bulls half on the centre line. Giles plays it out to the far right-hand side, looking for Barlow. Headed forward by Kerry. Now Killshaw. Killshaw clips it over. Arriving is Barlow. Can he bring it down? Well, he hooks it back in towards the goalkeeper, but where else does he hit it? But straight at Tonkin. Brilliant from Barlow. Anywhere else, and it would have been a fantastic finish. As it is, it's coming back the other end. But Watson gets there first, cuts it out, plays it inside. Now Killshaw rolls it out to Ritzema, who's over the halfway line. Ritzema now driving forward. Challenge is coming. Ritzimer going on his own. Ritzimer through the middle, takes the shot. Well, he whips it towards the keeper's right, the left hand upright, and it flashes past. If it had been on target, it was in. Keeper didn't move. Back it is again, though. Well, just over their own half, into the Bulls' half. They can't keep control of it. Jay Giles. Ashley Giles, cricketer, of course. No relation. Jay Giles now launches it. Again, well, they've kept it alive. They've hooked it away, but it's only back as far as Giles, who pumps it towards Barlow, who's got a touch on it. And it's into the penalty box and into the arms of Tonkin. 3.5 minutes already added on. Forward it comes again. Is there anything left for Deal Town? Well, it's fallen to Ritzimer inside his own half. He's going to drive forward. He's going to take time off the clock. He's got Sunley ahead of him. Flicks it over. Nobody's there. Sunley doesn't make the run. Tonkin will come and keep it alive. Plays it on. Barlow goes towards Tonkin. Tonkin through the middle, but that's it. It's all over. Mr. Gillespie has blown the whistle. It's finished with the one goal from Lorne Bickley that separates the side. It is a deal for Jersey Bulls today. They have made themselves guaranteed playoff positions. Where they finish will depend on how the last games go. But the Jersey Bulls, from step 5 into step 4, are now into the playoffs. And can they go a step more into the 3rd step? Well, they've got a game next Saturday against Hastings at home. They are guaranteed playoff positions. They have been really well drilled today. It's not been a brilliant game of football. It's been the Bulls, though, doing what they do best, grinding out results, doing it on the road and bagging all 3 points. And it is the Jersey Bulls who can leave Deal, who finished their away campaign in this regular season with another victory. And Lorne Bickley, the man to get the goal. Player of the match, Jamie Watling, outstanding today. That's it for us this afternoon. We hope you enjoyed watching it, most of it, listening to it. And it's now attention to the battle against Hastings. We'll see you next time.
You